Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Knowledge is power, and therefore absolute knowledge will corrupt absolutely when placed in the wrong hands. What is absolute knowledge? Would absolute knowledge be that every single piece of digital data in the world is assimilated in one place, including this video? And then DPA is done on it. It's called data point assimilation. And then they attempt to predict human motions, what you're going to do before you even know you're going to do it, by knowing where you shop, what you buy, how long you're there, what you think, what your religious ideology is, your political views, you're Republican or Democrat. They know all these things about you. But yet, you know nothing about them. They take your taxes. And when you ask them what they're doing with it, they say it's all classified. You say you get roads and schools. I would remind you that your federal government does not pay for roads or schools. That's your local state government. It's your local and state governments. So you have to ask, what does your federal government do for you? One would argue they provide a military, which they do. A damn good one, I might add. But the military's costs are, in United Welfare, still are woefully short of the amount of money that they take from you. Where's the rest of this money going? Well, they say secret programs, which go into Star Wars level technology, some space age weapons, the likes of which they haven't even fully exposed to the people. And of course, you think that's to fight ISIS. I assure you that a single aircraft carrier fleet, which consists of something like 13 different ships and submarines, is perfectly capable of finding Jihadi John. If you have a multi-trillion-dollar armada and you can't find Jihadi John, yet the media seems to catch pictures of these guys all over the place, you have a problem when Fox News can find them and your intelligence agencies simply can't. Somebody's completely full of shit here. Somebody's lying to you. And it's not a small issue. Our best and brightest men and women are being sent to these battlelands to die. And the results of these wars have been the total demise of our own nation. That's what you call losing a war. Whether you're a conspiracy theorist or not, I'm a realist. And the fact is that our elected officials have been caught with funds from Middle Eastern nations going into their campaign contributions and all kinds of other things. George Bush and Dick Cheney, they were so deep in the oil industry, and what do you know? Gas at $4.25 a gallon while they were in office, and Dick Cheney was heavily involved in defense contracting, and what do you know? KBR and all these other defense contractors went berserk almost immediately after Bush took office in a bizarre attack on New York City. An attack that saw 2 airplanes take down 3 towers. How do 3 towers fall down because of 2 airplanes? World Trade Centers 1 and 2 get hit directly. You can, if you believe that, it's a little delusional to believe it. But you'd be an absolute troglodytic, complete fucking moron to believe the World Trade Center 7 fell due to anything else other than a pre-planned precision demolition. The 3rd building, World Trade Center 7, look it up on YouTube. It is blatant that one was taken down by our own government, which means the whole thing was orchestrated. It's unbelievable how retards don't think this will affect you. Like, oh well, we'll go over there and kill a bunch of Muslims. They had nothing to do with it, people. Bin Laden, he's friends with George Bush, Dick Cheney. George Bush knows Barack Obama. Obama and Hillary, they're best friends. Remember the picture of them killing UBL? Hillary's looking like, here's the deal, people. You cannot have a camera in a top secret classified room. Anybody in the military with a security clearance knows this basic, simple fact. You can't have a photographer in a room where you're killing the most wanted terrorist of all time. Not even a president can authorize that kind of activity. And if you look, the door to the hallway is wide open. It's total bullshit, people. It's lock, stock, barrel. It's bona fide. It's 100% certain. So what are the people going to do about this? Let them just continue to do this? What do you think? They're not going to do it again? There's not going to be another false flag? There's been many false flags since. News stories that are just entirely made up or hugely sensationalized, turned into something they were not. They're practicing to see if you'll accept martial law, as they shut down whole half of cities looking for some crockpot bomber that may or may not have even existed, you know, and people willingly just going to their rooms, locking their doors, and being scared. When you give up your civil liberties for the illusion of freedom, on top of willingly giving up all of your information to the United States government, you're submitting. You're giving up. And everything that we fought for, and I say we, I mean the military. I served 9 years, 10 months, and 11 days, and not so I could watch the citizens who I fought for just willingly giving up their freedoms. We fought for your freedoms. We come back home to find out you gave all of them away. Freedoms. Freedom to do what? It's against the law to light a plant on fire and inhale the fumes. I'm referring to marijuana. It doesn't matter if a doctor says it's okay. If a politician says it's not, too bad. I don't really have much more to say on this one. You know, I pray for this nation. I pray for our military. I pray for God himself. You know? Because at this point, the only thing that can save us is the Almighty. It's unfortunate that we turn God into our slave. We put ourselves in this mess. And in my opinion, God shouldn't save us. He shouldn't. He should let us lay in a grave that we willingly dug for ourselves and only extract the people that actually tried to do something about it. Edward Snowden would be one of those. These American heroes. General McChrystal, who defied Obama, and then of course he had to resign. Obama has fired more generals than all other US presidents in all of history combined, which is a mirror image of exactly what Adolf Hitler did. He does everything by executive order. Anyways, I pray that you at least look into these matters. You likely won't. You probably have something to do today, a barbecue to attend, or I don't know, something that's way more important than the sanctity of human life. I'm sure that you have something like that to do. This doesn't intend to bash anybody. It's just trying to wake people up to the facts. The cold, hard facts. It's absolutely true. There's no doubt in it. God bless you, and I hope to see more of you posting videos like this, getting on Facebook, getting out in your communities, pickets, and I hope that we see a multi-million man march on the Capitol and demand answers from these elected retards that have just absolutely shredded our country to the brink of annihilation.